Hi, this is Wiz. Welcome to my channel and welcome to episode 5 to my YouTube series, Road to My Next Audi. If you are following me since at least a couple of months, you may know that I'm now driving a Tesla Model S after a long experience with Audi. And despite the fact that I love the Tesla quite a lot, it has some impressive features, I'm missing Audi and I'm missing the Audi quality. Therefore, I'm driving a couple of potential candidates to be my next Audi. Meet the Audi A7 S-Line. We're gonna review the exterior, the interior, and we're gonna drive it. Let's get this done. If you are following me on Instagram, and if you are not, I urge you to do so, with 1972, I'm posting quite often pictures of the Audi A7 for the simple reason that I love this car. I love the shape of this car. It reminds me a lot my Audi S5 Sportback, and I find this car, this A7, to be a very classy yet sporty shaped car. What do you think? This specific A7 is the 45 TDI. It has the 6 cylinders V6 turbo diesel engine with 300 you dream, with 231 horsepower. Should I choose a TDI, I would probably choose the big brother with 286 horsepower from the same engine. We're gonna drive it later and see how this engine reacts, but in the meantime, let's have a closer look of the exterior of this very beautiful A7. This is a winning combo. Daytona grey with black optic package and 21 inches wheels, full S-Line. Should you buy an A7, you are forced to choose this configuration. You may choose a different color, but it has to be a full S-Line with 21 inches wheels. In my opinion, of course. By doing that, you get the exact same configuration as an S7, but it will cost you way less. And you may know that the S7 has now a V6 turbo diesel engine as well, with 347 horsepower. So if you're a bit clever, I would say you would buy this one, the one with 286 horsepower, and make a stage 1, and you get the exact same car, but it will cost you way less. Okay, some may say if I buy this instead of an S7, I lose the quad exhaust pipes. But what for? You know, they are completely fake. At least here, Audi is playing the real game. If you have nothing to show, then just don't show it. No visible exhaust pipes on the TDI 45 and 50 A7. This Audi A7 has a very gorgeous design. I'm really in love with the shape of this car. Should I find one negative design element, I would say is the taillights. They are beautiful the way they are made, but I would raise them a little bit more. It would give a more dynamic look on the rear. What do you think about it? The model I'm testing today is almost fully optioned. It has everything. External S-Line package, internal S-Line package, 21 inches wheels, open sunroof, black optic package, matrix laser headlight. You can recognize them by that blue thing inside. Those are the laser one. And the full assistance options. You also recognize by those two sensors here in the front grille, whether you like it or not. It makes your A7 looks like a police car. You can play with it. So those are the optional 21 inches wheels. Tires are 255/35, and those are the Audi Sport wheels. What is my opinion of the external design of the Audi A7? Should I repeat it once again? Love, love, love. Moving now on the interior. This car has the soft close option. I will repeat it every time. I don't see the point of this option. I will never pay for that. You just open the door and then you close the door. That's it. Why having a soft close option? You can maybe tell me in the comments. Maybe because you want to close your car like this. Or then if you do like that, it doesn't work. You have to apply a little more force. Tack. Okay, interior, very familiar, same as all recent big Audis, such A6, Q8, Q7 now. I love that this specific one has the S Sport seats. It gives such a refined and sporty look on the cabin. Let's now step inside the cabin. Let me turn on the engine. Summer is still not over. So no big surprise, you get here the new virtual cockpit layout. Obviously this is not an S version, so you don't have that specific S layout. You can choose between this and this look. You get the two touch screens on the center console, so no big news here, same as all other models. And this is a positive thing because everything looks familiar. If you have driven recent Audi, you are not going to get lost into the A7. Head-up display. So my impressions about the Audi A7 cabin, well, it's an Audi. And now we're gonna drive it. I'm very curious to drive this 45 TDI after my experience with the Audi A6 50 TDI. If you haven't watched that video, please do so you can have an understanding about the differences between the two executions of the same engine. So we are now driving the Audi A7 45 TDI. We're gonna first drive it in comfort mode, and then we're gonna move on dynamic. So first thing I want to say is that you hear the TDI engine quite a lot into the cabin. I guess that's normal, and I guess that's also because I'm personally now used to drive a very silent car, which is the Tesla. But you do hear a lot the engine, because being the engine not that powerful, it always needs to put one gear down whenever you want to go a little bit faster, like now. You hear the engine a lot in the cabin, which is not that annoying, to be honest with you. Other than that, as you would expect in this kind of category, the car is the drive is very refined, very comfortable. Now we're gonna move it in dynamic. So the air suspension will lower the car and everything gets a little bit stiffer. This is not a sport car by any means, so don't expect stellar performances. It's an honest car given the size and the weight. I have to say it's quite agile. Driving a little bit on this kind of roads this morning, I was asking myself if this car had the rear steering wheel, because I found the A7 to be quite agile. It hasn't. So that's a very valid point about this car. It's very agile given the size of the car. As usual with Audi Drive Select, when you move from comfort to dynamic, everything gets stiffer. The steering wheel, the pedal response, the suspensions. So you can really choose the way you want to drive your Audi. I would say that for commutes, for long distances, freeway, you would go more on comfort. And then if you want to play a little bit with the car, then you would move on dynamic. You can also go individual and select each settings individually. So there's nobody behind me. Let's stop the car and do a quick start. Go. Okay, so again, this is not a sport car. It's not meant to be the sport version of the family. If you want that, go check the Audi S7. I hope I can drive one day. So this is the weaker TDI engine on the A7. It has 231 horsepower. So acceleration is honest, I would say. You still have that huge lag when you move the car. So it is the same as the big brother 50 TDI with 286 horsepower. Whenever you want to accelerate, you need to consider that lag. I'm not so annoyed about it in this kind of car. Again, you don't buy this car to drive it in a sporty way. But keep in mind, if you choose the 3 liters TDI engine in its 45 or 50 execution, 231 horsepower or 286 horsepower, you're gonna experience that lag anytime you hit the throttle. I guess you get habituated to that at a certain point. Not sure I would. I'm now on automatic, always dynamic. Still, I have to say that I am surprised. I can have fun with this car. It's really not that bad. You should check this engine, this low-powered engine, 231 horsepower, because it's not that bad. And you can always tune it with up stage 1, for example, and reach the same amount of power as the big brother. Surprised about the handling of this car. It's really good, very dynamic. Let's move back to comfort mode now and have a chill drive. Because now the question is, would I buy this car? And the answer is yes, I would. I love the A7. I really do, especially in this full S-Line configuration. Now, in my wildest dream, I would buy the RS7. I love that car. I'm in love. Should I buy one car now? If I had the money, it would be the brand new RS7. That car is just out of this world. I love it. I love it. I will repeat that 100 times. I love the RS7. Now, let's get back to reality. I cannot buy that car. I cannot even buy the S7. And honestly speaking, I'm not that interested in buying the S7. I mean, why, Audi, you took the same engine you placed into the S4, S5 with the exact same amount of power and torque and put it to a much bigger and heavier car? I just don't get it. So if you buy now an S6 or S7, you get lower performances than if you buy an S4, S5, because those two cars, 4 cars actually, have the exact same power figures. So should I buy an A7 now? I would not buy a TDI neither, because I don't like that lag you have at the beginning when you hit the throttle. So should I buy an A7 now? I would go with the 55 TFSI petrol engine with 340 horsepower. I have never tested that engine, but I guess it's good. And I would go stage 1 upped, and then I would get 420 horsepower, which is a pretty reasonable amount of power for a car this size and this weight. So to tell you everything, this is one of the options I am consider when I will be selling the Tesla Model S. The Tesla Model S is on sale. Of course, this is a niche market for EV, so you need to find the person that is looking for a Tesla Model S 100D red with the options I have. So it's not that easy, you don't have that much people. So I'm still selling the Tesla Model S. As long as the Tesla isn't sold, I cannot do anything, but options are a few. I like the new S5 Sportback. Not really happy about the TDI engine, but it does make sense given my job. I'm driving a lot, visiting customers, so having a TDI in a sporty car would make sense for me. I like the A7, but then it would be the petrol engine. And one I like a lot, as I said on my previous video, is the brand new RSQ3 Sportback. I'm really interested in that car because price would be similar to the new facelift S5 Sportback. What do you think? Which one would you pick? Would you go with the S5 Sportback TDI, or would you go with the RSQ3 Sportback? Let me know in the comment. So that's it for today. This was my opinion of the Audi A7, in this specific case the 45 TDI. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give a thumb up if you did. Please subscribe and activate the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. I'm faking. Still not bad.